Hello, I'm Mrs. Palmer Garrett and I'm Head of Psychology at the Beaconsfield School. At the Beaconsfield School, we cover the International Baccalaureate Psychology Diploma course. This course is unique to the Buckinghamshire area in the fact that we don't follow the traditional AQA or OCR A-level route. I am passionate about IB psychology. It has many studies that are linked to many career paths that our students wish to take into the future. Let me explain more. Well, first of all, you're probably thinking, what is psychology? Well, psychology is a science. It's one of our newest sciences, and it follows the empirical method in terms of research. And one of the first things we teach our students is those research methods to ensure that when they come to do their own coursework, which many A-level courses have removed, when they get to do their coursework, which we class as an IA, they can replicate an old study and also carry out mathematical calculations to see how successful that study was and whether their hypothesis that they came up with at the beginning actually stood at the end. Now, we look at many things in psychology, but our core focus is the science of behaviour. We look at behaviour from three perspectives. We look at the biological perspective, the social cultural perspective, and the cognitive perspective. And we look at behaviour in many different facets. For example, we might look at how chemicals affect the way someone behaves. We might look at how social interaction, maybe interaction with parents, how that influences the way people behave. And we also look at things like how simply thinking, how that affects the way we behave with other people. Now, it's a little bit more in depth than that. So, for example, the many career paths that our students take have many facets of behaviour. We look at, for example, the psychology of sport. We look at what makes fans truly follow a particular group and the in-out group behaviours that then create tension, let's say, for example, in the football matches or in the stadiums. We also look at things like how conflicts happen. Throughout history, we look at conflicts and we look at key studies like the work of Sheriff to find out how those conflicts occur, and it's mainly based on resources and a lack of resources, but also how those conflicts can be stopped and how communities can be forced to work together and therefore create a peaceful working harmony. We look at PTSD and how PTSD affects not only those people who've been involved in war, but also day-to-day events that may happen to people that lead to certain behaviours. We also look at criminology. Criminology has so many facets, and we tend to find many students that want to move into the police force or law particularly enjoy the criminology element because it looks at what makes someone a criminal, but also those things like how can our law processes help to reduce crime? We call it recidivism. One of the most important things I like about IB is the fact that we actually look at culture and we look at something called enculturation and acculturation and how stereotypes occur and how, as a community, but also as key leaders across the world, people can work together to ensure that things like racism, gender bias, etc., how we can minimise those. So when you think about psychology, psychology is very far-reaching and certainly is one of the courses that my students feel is most applicable to what they want to do in their future. If you have any further questions about this course, please feel free to email me, or if you're already at our school, please come and have a little chat with me and ask me any questions you may have. I hope that helps you decision in what you want to do in your future, and good luck to you, and I hope to see you in my psychology classes. Thank you.